Hello ladies, it's a Thursday and I'm about to read you my bucket list. Wooden bucket, plastic bucket, bucket with a spout, bucket that looks like a castle, steel bucket, bucket that I can use to wear on my head. There's not even actually anything written on this paper. I just made that up by myself. Aren't you proud of me? I just made that up. That's right, Catherine. I didn't even have to Google anything. Hello ladies, it's a Thursday and we're talking about our bucket lists. I don't really have a bucket list because the only time I really think about death is when I'm in the shower and there's nothing to write with in the shower. I'm thinking I should market some sort of markers that you can use to write on the walls of showers so that when you have your intensely deep thoughts like you always do in the shower, you can write it on the wall, and then later when you're in the bathroom for whatever you're up to, you can just write it down again. I think that's a good idea. Actual bucket list items. Bucket list items. I think the top of the list is finishing Skyrim because I have about 40 quests to finish, and that's including all of Miscellaneous as one quest, and I think I've got 40 more in Miscellaneous. I'm the sort of player who receives a quest and then thinks, oh, that doesn't sound very interesting, and goes off to do something more interesting. Also, not very many people finish Skyrim because it tends to be glitchy, and often those glitches prevent you from actually completing the quests. I've got some pretty standard ones. I want to scuba dive and skydive and bungee jump and such. One of the few legitimate items on my bucket list would be traveling to Oscar Wilde's grave, because he has a gorgeous, gorgeous grave, and people leave notes to him and they kiss his grave, and you can see so many people loved him so much, and I just want to contribute to that. Mostly, though, I want to travel. I suffer from a very serious condition called wanderlust. It's occasionally fatal because you, wander off because you're sick of life, and then you get abducted. My phone's ringing. What was I even talking about? And then you're abducted or killed, or you eat something you're not supposed to and you die a horrible, lonely death in the middle of the forest. Which is not on my bucket list, by the way. I plan to go out either by assassination or some other ridiculously awesome way. I'm thinking like Captain America in that movie. I have goals. I have dreams. I have visions. But seriously, I want to travel. I want to get as far away from here as possible. I thought that when I lived in Reno. I thought that when I lived in Vegas. I thought that when I lived in a little tiny town in Iowa. I pretty much invariably want to get away. I've never been out of the country. I want to go to, every single country. Even the little tiny ones. I really want to go to Azerbaijan. I also really want to go to Djibouti, because, it's called Djibouti. I want to take a train, I want to take a plane, I want to take an automobile, I want to walk, I want to run, I want to crab walk, I want to moonwalk. I'm going to moonwalk all the way to Italy. I'm going to create a boat that is powered by moonwalking, and I'm going to go to Italy. I want to hitch a ride with a cabbage merchant. I want to sit in the back of his truck surrounded by cabbages as we go to Spain. And hopefully the Avatar won't crash down and destroy his cabbage stand, because that'd be sad. I want to have lived everywhere. I want to live in London. I want to live in New York City. I want to live in Colorado. I want to live somewhere in Canada. I want to live everywhere, which apparently isn't a good idea for someone who wants to be a trauma surgeon, because moving around a lot is a pain in the ass. Part of that stems from an inherent fear of becoming like one of those families where several generations of the same family lives in the same tiny town, because that actually terrifies me. It seems so stagnant. How can people even do that? And there's got to be a point where you just get sick of it and wander off. The town where I live now, everyone knows each other. And pretty much everyone's family has been here since the beginning of time. So that's basically what I want to do before I kick the bucket. Is that where that phrase comes, bucket list? I didn't know that.